What if I told you that your thoughts are actually painting the reality that you're living in? And it is not just some kind of philosophy, but it is also backed by science and proved by many. And it is called the law of attraction. And this law says that the things that you are thinking about, let's say money, relationships, and basically any event in your life can happen, and you can manifest it into your life. You can attract it like a magnet. You may say that, yeah, it is impossible, that it can be scientific at any point, and it is just some kind of horseshit. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you are the one that will solve this and find proof that, yeah, it is just bullshit and it doesn't really work. But the thing is that I can speak from experience that it works. It just simply works. And we will talk about it deeply, how to use it, what are the techniques and stuff like that. But let me share my story first. So I started using this law around a year ago when I broke up with my girlfriend, and after that I looked more into self-improvement, self-help books, and more into books and thoughts. So I stumbled upon a great book, which is wrote by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And this book is basically awesome. And after that I was like that, yeah, this book is pretty great. And I wanted to look further into this topic. So I also bought The Secret and The Magic of Thinking Big from David J. Schwartz. And basically from these two books, which also talked about almost the same things that Napoleon did, but in a more liberal way, and basically opened up more things. It was kind of easy to understand that, yeah, everything that I think about, the feelings and emotions that I feel, are actually shaping the reality that I'm living in. Because if I think about positive things, the things that I actually want to achieve, that I actually want to experience, any kind of relationship or event and stuff like that, I can manifest it, that it can happen if I think about it enough and really believe in it. So I basically tried it. Everyone who ever asked me after I broke up with my girlfriend that why don't I have a girlfriend and when will I have? And I just said that, yeah, if I will have a girlfriend this year, then I basically calculated it on average that it would take me like 3 months or something like that to get a girlfriend. And I broke up with my girlfriend in March, so 3 months, 6 months, so it would be June. So we are going to get a girlfriend in the summer somewhere. And I couldn't be more right, because I told everyone that, yeah, just by average and the things that I'm going to do, and I will have enough free time, I'm going to get a girlfriend in the summer. Day 0, summer, I basically talked with my future new girlfriend, because, you know, we left school, I went home, I had some free time, I don't know what I did actually, but I spent my free time. I went to training session, I was going home by train, and I was going through it to find a free seat, and basically a cute fucking girl just approached me and asked about my sports club, that yeah, she actually did some stuff, that she was swimming there for a few years, and we talked about a few members of the club, because she also knew a few. And after like 1.5 months or something like that, in like August or somewhere like that, we got into a relationship. So we were in a relationship, but we eventually broke up. Never mind. And after that, me and Matthew actually thought about when we are going to get a girlfriend. It will be probably April or something like that. And I couldn't be more right again, because it was like March 23 or something like that, 23rd of March. My friend who was a girl I was talking with, she basically told me that, yeah, she likes me and she would like to be in a relationship with me. And we got into a relationship in like a week or something like that. That we set the foundations that how is this going to work out. And after we managed to get into a relationship. It was Monday, if I remember correctly. On Wednesday or Thursday, another girl from my school actually wrote a DM to me that she thinks that I'm pretty sympathetic and she would love to be and she would love to start a conversation. But I had to reject her because of my girlfriend. So yeah, it works even better after each time. And the thing is that it fucking works, and it was just shocking that it can happen so easily. And if I would just be more specific, what kind of girlfriend do I want, and the things what I want actually, and maybe the way how I want it can actually happen by just talking about it, believing in it, and thinking about it almost all day. And it will be that easy. So let's go and see more proofs. So Jim Carrey made $10 million from Dumb and Dumber in 1995, just before Thanksgiving. And this date is important for us now because of the story. So first few years when he was an actor, not too many producers actually realized that he could be and he is a great actor, so he didn't really play big roles in movies. And he started visualizing, because he wasn't the kind of actor that he would want to be. He started visualizing that producers, big actors are saying that, I love your work, that you're great, you're doing great, and stuff like that.
Visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize,
This is when you were broke and poor.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work, or whatever that is. And
he also wanted to be a great actor. He wanted to be famous. So he visualized and wrote a check for himself dated 1995 Thanksgiving. And on this check, there was $10 million. He kept it in his wallet and looked at it kind of often, and visualized every single day that they love their work, love his work, and stuff like that. And after 3 years, if I remember correctly, he made $10 million, 1995, just before Thanksgiving.
Is that true?
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber, maybe.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
So yeah. You can tell that everything that I've told you is just pure luck, and it just happened by chance. Maybe you're right, but I just believe that our thoughts actually shaping the reality, because Conor McGregor is also a great proof for that. So the next one is Conor McGregor, and the MMA fighter, 2 times world champion Conor McGregor, because he also used the law of attraction, visualization, and stuff like that to win matches and to earn his 2 world titles. So the thing is that one of his most famous clips is when he visualized how he's going to beat Jose Aldo. So one of the most famous clips of him is when he's training how is he going to beat Jose Aldo in the final of the World Championship to earn his title. And the thing is that he visualized that Aldo is going to give him a right hook, and that he shouldn't be there, so he can get a clean KO. And he did that. He basically trained for that when Aldo is going to let that right hand go, he's not going to be there, and just by that, Conor McGregor basically set a world record of the fastest KO in the final.
I said his right hand would get him into trouble. It's the shot I predicted. I said he'd overload on his right hand. I said I'd slip. I said I'd bang the left hook, and that's what happened.
and he got his second, and if I remember correctly, his second world title.
Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh! He slapped him! Conor McGregor is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world! Oh!
So you can tell that it doesn't work, and it is just one, and it was just one time when he was successful with it. But we can also argue with that because he's a 2 times world champion, and basically the only thing that he says that helped him the most to win these 2 world titles, it was visualizing and law of attraction. And he told that openly to almost everyone. Many reporters also asked him that would he be there if he didn't really believe in it like he did, and he basically told them that no, he wouldn't. If he didn't believe in it, he just wouldn't be there. And he is right, because the things that we believe, we behold, that the things that we are thinking about most of the time are actually the ones which are going to come into our lives, because the things that we are thinking about most of the time are the things that we are going to become. So if you are only thinking about the things that are about the bad things that are going to happen, and how they are going to sabotage you, they are going to happen. But if you are thinking about the good things, that you are going to win in something, that you are going to achieve something, and you think about it and you really believe in it, that it can happen and it is going to happen, so that's what you are going to achieve, that's what you're going to attract and manifest into your life. So the science part. And I told you that science also proves that it is almost true, because there is a neuroscientist that basically told the public that the latest studies on neuroscience are actually saying that your thoughts are actually shaping are actually reorganizing your brain. Because if you're visualizing if you're visualizing the things that you want to achieve, your goals and stuff like that, like you've already achieved in it and you are living in that future, it basically starts to rewire itself to create new pathways. So it is like creating a map to the future to hope to achieve these goals. And it is called RAS because your brain basically can't tell the difference between your imagination, the things that you see only in your head, that you're visualizing, and the thing that is in front of your eyes, like right now my phone. And if I would visualize that I'm practicing basketball, like in a study that they did, because they made 2 separate groups. They told each group what to do, and they basically did almost the same thing, except that one group only practiced in their mind, visualizing it, and another group practiced in real life. I don't know, maybe they did this for like a week or a month or something like that. And the group who only visualized that they are throwing 3-pointers to the in basketball did at least as well as the ones who were actually practicing in real life. So your brain can't tell the difference. If you are only practicing in your mind that it is going to happen like that, and you believe that it is going to happen like that, and I'm good at something, then that's what's going to happen. And I also use it to basically my exams, because if I'm studying for a big exam, I basically read through the whole section which I would have to learn, and after that I'm just like that. That's it. I can't really do much more. So it's going to be good. I read it a few times, and that's it. If I fail, I deserve it, but it is going to work out well, and I'm going to get an A or a B plus or something like that, like converted into the US type of shit, and it works. I don't know, in the last 2 months, something like that, I've been using it, or the last month or something like that, and it works. I didn't get a worse grade than basically a B or something like that. In Hungary it's 4. So yeah, you can use it too. So to use this law in the universe, we've got to do a few habits and we've got a few techniques to do it as easily as possible. So what are these habits and techniques? So let's talk about the habits first. And we talked about this a lot and you've heard it a lot. The first is meditation, then we've got journaling, which is also related to affirmations, but we are going to talk about that in a second. So you've got to do meditation because if you are meditating every single day, you are going to be more aware of yourself, your body, your emotions, your sensations and stuff like that. And you are going to focus a lot better and you can control your mind more effectively. So if your mind wanders and it starts thinking about some kind of bullshit, and when you think about your goal and it makes you nervous that you're not going to achieve it, why are you thinking about that? And it is not possible, stuff like that, and your brain starts to come up with objections and excuses why you're not going to achieve that. That's where meditation comes handy, because in that moment you can easily realize that why the hell is my brain talking to me like that? I don't like it, so let's change it into something positive, into a way that where my brain actually starts to think about how can we actually reach it, how can we achieve our goal. And it will talk about, and maybe it can also talk to us like, it is going to happen because we are good, we are this and that, and we can do this and that, so we can achieve that. And that's it. That's why we need meditation, because when these bad thoughts and the emotions, when you are sad or upset because of something, because sometimes when you just think about your goals, maybe you get this anxious, nervous feeling, or maybe you get upset that I'm not there yet, and I really want to be, but I'm not there yet, and I'm upset and I hate the world because of that. And this ain't going to help us. So, because to use the law of attraction, you got to believe, and you got to feel great. So that's why we need meditation to keep these bad emotions and thoughts in order, so they don't overcome us. The next one is journaling, which is also related to affirmations. Affirmations are basically the things that we want, and we write it down that I'm this and that, and this is what I have and stuff like that. And that's why we need meditation and also journaling, and also gratitude journaling. And we already talked about it in another video, I think in the first one or something like that, and we also talked about in the video where we discussed porn. And we need it because if you write something down, it is a lot more powerful when you just think about it, or when you just talk about it. So if you say that I'm great, I love myself and stuff like that, I look great, I'm strong, and this and that, it is good, but it could be a lot better. Because if you write it down and you put emotions into that when you write down that I'm grateful for, and you write down the thing that you want, like I'm grateful for that I'm in the national team or something like that. That is a goal of mine, and you really believe in it, that you feel this gratitude feeling that I'm actually in the team right now, and I'm going to have a training session with them and stuff like that. I'm grateful that it happened to me, that I worked my ass off and it happened to me. That's why we need journaling. The next one that we already mentioned with Conor McGregor and Jim Carrey is visualization. And maybe you know what this technique is, maybe you don't. And we can also use this as a habit that at the end of each day, before we go to bed, we imagine the things that we want actually, or the things that happened to us today. Let's say that something that we messed up something on our training session. Maybe we have failed bench PR in the gym or something like that, or we failed an exam. So we can visualize it actually in a way where we did great. So we didn't fail the bench PR. We actually managed to do it. We didn't hurt someone. We had a great conversation and stuff like that. We didn't mess up anything in the training or the things that we messed up. We were actually doing it great, in a great way. So yeah, that's and this way we basically rewire our brains to the point where it thinks that yeah, we can do this in this way. So it's going to basically save it into our subconscious, and when it's time to do it, it's going to bring that into reality. Basically the simplest thing and one of the best things that we can do with that is to visualize our goals regularly in as much detail as possible, because the more detailed it is, the more sensations we feel, the less our brain is capable to tell the difference between this and the real life. So the attraction and the belief that we are living in that future is a lot stronger. And the last one is that we need to be delusional, because if we are not delusional, if we have the least kind of disbelief, then it isn't going to happen. So when someone asks about this thing that are you going to be do you want to be in the national team, and when? Or when someone asks you, when will you have a girlfriend? When will you going to achieve X or Y or Z? You basically tell them with a straight face or a smile on your face that I'm going to achieve this at this time, and that's it. You don't have to say anything else. You just got to believe in it like it already happened. That you know that it's like it's a math equation. That when someone asks you that how much is 1 + 1. You can easily tell with a straight face, with a whole belief that it is and that's it, because it is true. So that's the way basically you have to believe in the things that you want. If you want to be rich or wealthy, a famous person, anything like that, you just get to believe that you just got to believe in it. When someone asks you about it, you just basically tell them with a straight face, with a whole bunch of confidence and belief that I'm going to achieve this at this time, or in a few years. And you can set a more specific time frame, maybe in 2 years, or maybe until 2027 December 1st. I'm going to achieve X, or 2020, or till Christmas, or anything like that. And that's the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great one. Of course, there are some parts which I completely dry, and it was hard for me to read. It was hard for me to read,